This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, iLLANOiZE Jones, and Pretty Riot going down right now.
As always, we bring you guys the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today, he makes his way all the way from Texas. We got the homie Josi Green in the building.
Man, what's good? What's good? Yeah.
That was some hard claps.
Nah, that was Jones. He had the.
Oh, I got the thunder hands, ladies. If you want the look, it's the jack. Look, ladies, look, catch me on that jack. Yeah, ladies, look, I'm a little aggressive on that jack. I be on that jack.
Bro, don't let him slap you.
That thunder clap.
That's what I was literally thinking.
Look, that's that know you clap.
Don't get that slap off the
That's
jack.
that know you clap.
That's that know you slap.
That's that know you clap. All the way, I'm coming from all the way from the north. You feel me? All the way to Chicago. Smackdown like the Rock.
So, Josie, how are you feeling, my brother?
Man, I'm straight. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. You know, the weather. You know, how you liking this Chicago snow?
Oh man,
Though you used to it.
I ain't tweaking because I only got to deal with it for like 2 more days. You know, I feel bad for y'all. Not really.
I'm jealous.
I know, right?
I ain't gonna front my move. I'm jealous.
Look, my
I
man
wish
said,
I could be in Texas.
Do you have a coat?
Do I got a coat? It's in the car.
It's in the car, so you just like look, as long as you can't prepare, right?
Yeah, as long as I wasn't standing outside, I
good.
was straight. Yeah, I was good.
Like he in and out.
So I got a question. Since all y'all guys, what is the thing with guys not wanting to wear coats, and what's this 2 hoodie thing like? I'm not even talking about you, but I'm just saying like it be real life cold outside, and dudes be having on 2
This
hoodies.
Chicago.
I was attacked on Twitter.
This is Chicago.
Hey, I did say that on Twitter. I said that in 2 Pretty Pennies too. Like, put on the coat. Y'all be the first ones sick and shit, spreading germs.
I can't even explain it
To me personally, them big coats be too heavy. You feel me? And when some pop off, you gotta be
able to move.
You gotta be able to move. You feel me? And them big coats, you can't move how you want to move in them big coats.
But I feel like y'all can't move like that when y'all pants be sagging. So what's the difference?
I don't sag like that though.
Touche.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm ready for whatever. With my little jacket and my hoodie. You feel
with
me?
your ski mask
Hey,
on.
they don't even know that. I don't even front my move like that though. You feel me? Look, just know Jones ready. When you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Yeah.
But the coats be light, and plus you could move. Who wanna? Hey, what's up? You gotta turn your whole body around. You feel me? He on a big ass coat. You gotta turn your whole body around. With some shit pop off, you gotta turn your whole body. Hey, they shooting. Where?
You ain't lying.
You got a gun. Where? It's like in slow motion. You gotta turn your whole body around. Gee, that's not cool.
I'm dead. I shouldn't even ask the question.
You should have knew he was.
Especially like when you in and out of the car, you don't need that much. Your heat already on blast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you on a bus, you better have a triple fat goose.
Okay.
Or you better not come outside.
Yeah. Now, I mean, you know, with you being out in Texas, how is the weather out there? You know, is it always hot?
For the most part, right now it's like 50,
Oh, that's
50 degrees,
I'll be
40 degrees. The lowest it gets is like 30 degrees. But yeah, it be straight though. I be out there in hoodies.
Do y'all get like storms though? So like I know y'all don't get really snow, but is it like storm? Like do you get more rain? I should say. Than
Yeah. It do be a lot of rain. I think that was the year before last. I had got caught in the flood and kind of like lost everything that I had. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I bounced back.
Period.
God's favor.
I mean,
But
I gotta ask you too.
It's a lot of rain though.
I gotta ask you too. What made you transition to Texas?
I was already. I wasn't staying in Chicago. I was just back and forth. I was staying in Champaign.
Okay.
Like between 2013 and 2016, and then I mean I don't know. Me personally, my brother stayed out there. I went out there to visit. And I just felt like it was a good place for me to go in. Yeah, exactly.
I feel it.
And develop. And then, you know, living out there, I feel like me personally, I was able to focus a lot more. I had a lot less distractions because
Champagne is
that's Jones' hometown.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he from the pain.
I'm from
it
the
ain't
pain.
nothing but
I don't know where they
distraction out
just
there
came
for me.
from, but yeah.
It wasn't. At the time,
for me, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stayed over there by Silver Bullet.
Oh, you a wild boy.
Yeah. look, yeah, home run, all that, Blue Star. Yeah.
Okay.
he said the perfect thing. He said you a
Wow,
wild
boy. Look,
a
clearly.
Look, I ain't only went in there one time.
Yeah.
I stayed over there, but I never only went in there one time. Shout out to all the boys out there in Champaign, 217.
So pretty much Texas is still kind of new to you.
Yeah, it is. I still market myself as a Chicago artist though.
What part of Texas do you stay in currently?
I stay in Houston.
So what's the music environment like in Houston, and how does that differ from like Chicago's music scene?
No disrespect to them, it's real weird.
What do you mean by weird?
It's weird. It's weird because out there it's like not only just if you're not from there, you could be from there, but a lot of their artists just don't make it. The last artist to make it strictly from Houston,
Paul Wall.
was probably Kurt Cobain.
I'm talking about Paul
People
Wall.
say Travis Scott, but Travis Scott didn't blow up in Houston. He blew up in like
He from Houston.
He from
but he blew
Houston,
up
and then
somewhere
he
else.
moved to like Atlanta.
Yeah. Sound with Tip.
But I think it was Kurt Cobain. That was like 2009,
Yeah.
2010.
I ain't heard Kurt Cobain since.
That was along
I'm
that
talking
wave
about-
of Mike Jones and them too, right?
That's why I said
Yeah.
Paul Wall. Is he even from
Mike
Texas?
Jones.
Yeah, he's from Houston.
He from Houston?
I was in the studio with
What
him
it
before.
do, baby?
Yeah.
It's the
Paul
nice
Wall,
man,
actually,
Paul Wall.
man, he that dude down
I
there.
love
yeah.
Paul Wall. Like, if I
Yeah.
get to meet him, I'd be happy. Like, can I see your grill?
Have you?
I see your grill. Yeah, I've been in the studio with him before.
How was that experience?
Oh.
It was so random. It was so random because my shout out to Rockmore. He produced this project I dropped 20.
Focus.
No, one and the same.
Oh, I remember
So that was
Okay.
2017. Yeah, but shout out to him. We was at the studio. He had this little spot. You know what I'm saying? It's like a studio inside of, kind of like here, like a studio inside of with a whole bunch of studios and stuff like that. So we was up in there, and then there was this dude named real well known in Houston named Cal Wayne.
I heard of him.
Yeah, Cal Wayne told him he was like he needed somebody to engineer his session. So he was like Paul Wall gonna come through. So we just walked down there. He was cool. He passed me the blunt and everything. I don't smoke, but he passed me the blunt and everything.
So you
I was like,
passed it
I'm
back.
Cool. Yeah, I was like, I'm cool,
You
bro.
wasn't smoking Paul Wall.
Right,
I was
I would've-
supposed to. I was supposed to. Just
know, you
because I
got-
did it, but
Just blow the smoke out of it.
like shorty on that video.
Just blow it out. You can waste his weed. He got
Right,
money to get
yeah,
more.
right. Period.
He got a lot of different ways. You don't know I smoked the
He
brother Paul
probably
Wall.
is the dispensary.
How has moving to Texas influenced your music?
I would say a lot because if you listen to, it hasn't even dropped yet, but this record that I'm about to drop this month, project I'm about to drop this month, is called Closure.
Just drop that.
Yeah,
Exclusive.
Wow, exclusive.
nobody know that.
Just
Nobody know
drop
We
that.
know
that.
now, but
Alright.
thanks.
Dropping this project called Closure this month. It's actually a joint project with Roma Marsalis.
Wow.
Hey yo, shout
Game
out
game
to
exclusive.
shout out to
And
my
the
boy
record-
Ro.
Also, the record is produced by the 25th Hour.
Shout out
I
25th
couldn't
Hour
leave
because
here
he be
without saying
going
that.
crazy.
He be
That's one
going
of my
too crazy.
favorite Chicago producers.
That boy
right
nasty.
There. Yeah, he be
And but that record is very the chopped and screwed feel, with a mix
So
of
with it-
R&B a little bit.
With it being called Closure, would you say this is going to be like a very transparent project?
It is. It's super dedicated to like women. And
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So can I have that
it's a-
first?
you can.
You own it.
Thank you.
can.
And I'm happy you brought that up because listening to Bad Habits,
Yeah.
you can you transition and you versatile pretty much. You
Yeah.
can hit them with the rap, hit them with the R&B. That's
With the
super
crossover,
unique. Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, with the crossover.
So I kind of got a question because Josie, we've been rocking for a long time, like cut off stockings. Period. So like I kind of have watched like your music transition, and at what point did you feel like you had to? I don't even want to say switch up, but like I feel like you started to take it a bit more serious. Mm-hmm. So was it the move to Texas, or was it prior to that made you just kind of really want to lock in and like, okay, I'm finna go crazy?
It was prior to that, but like I said, when I moved to Texas, I just got a lot more focus. I worked so much. I think probably the only person I know that worked just as much as me, hands down, is Ro. Like Ro, because Ro work on his own stuff and he work on everybody else's stuff too.
he do take
Yeah.
out time.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got the balance.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
That boy got some.
He got
That
the
man-
recipe.
That man a dog. But yeah, I think I just got a little more serious about it when I moved. And now for me, my biggest thing is branding and marketing. I feel like I perfected my craft and my sound. Now it's branding and marketing and getting it out to the people.
So what do you do differently for branding and marketing now than what you did before? Like what, I guess, mistakes did you make that now you don't make them anymore?
Mistakes. Just listening to everybody and what everybody else do.
Yeah, opinions.
You can watch what people do, but that don't necessarily mean it's gonna work for you. Like some people would be like, well, I think you should only drop singles, and some people want to drop full long mixtapes. Me personally, my music sounds better cohesive, like together. So that's why Closure is like it's like a 4 or 5 song project. You see what I'm saying? Like I can move like that. 4 or 5 songs, 2 songs, 3 songs. You see what I mean? Like I don't mind dropping singles, but I mean whatever works for me works for me. You know. Then I look at the analytics. I look at the stuff.
How important? Because you're probably one of the first artists that have come on the show, and I think have actually said that they actually pay attention to your analytics. So like, when did you start doing that, and when did you realize like, okay, this is what I need to be focused on?
I think I started doing that when I dropped Focus, because when I dropped Focus, that was the first time I dropped on like streaming services. That was when it got Music. Like that was like the transition period, like to when it got hot. You know what I'm saying? Like the crossover. No, it was like 2014, I would say, because I think after J. Cole dropped what was that?
Forest Hills
Drive.
Drive.
That was like one of the last pure albums sold album.
Yep.
And then now it's like mostly like streams and stuff. But for me, it's not really like always like views. I feel like a lot of people pay attention to views a little bit too much. They give it too much credit. It's critical reception, meaning like what people say, how they react to it. You know what I'm saying? How it make them feel. You could drop a song and it could do numbers,
but just because it's catchy.
Yeah, but did it really help you too?
Yeah, did it help you?
Well, you recently spoke on analytics. A lot of artists
ain't on that wave yet.
Yeah,
but see, I'm in school right now, so
what you going to school for?
Recording arts, audio engineering.
So I got a question, because I went to school for shit like marketing.
Okay,
right.
You know, so like what are they teaching you? Like
right now,
I know that may be like a very broad question.
No,
like,
I feel
what is like? Because I mean, of course, that differs from traditional studies. So like, what is it more like of a hands-on thing?
Yeah,
or
it's main thing is it worth it?
It's worth it. It's definitely hands-on. I mean, for any artist, like I learned how to start my own publishing company. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, and it's free game though. Like, it only takes 4 steps. The first step, you make a name, and then you start the LLC. You start the LLC, and you don't want to do it as a sole proprietor, because if somebody sue you,
they can take everything you own.
You own instead.
Yeah, I know that because I'm branded.
That LLC, that limited liability, they sue the company.
Right, and then you register your stuff with BMI, ASCAP, and then you put it out there. That's your publishing company. That's it.
Wes, look, he just gave y'all some free games, so I hope y'all listening.
Even though he paid for it, but he just gave to y'all.
So do you go to like more so of I don't want to call it a performing arts school, but do you go to like more of a
music,
a music school, or is it like a typical university?
It's an audio school.
Okay.
Audio and music. They kind of synonymous, but they different lanes. You know what I'm saying? Audio is like
it's broader.
Tip ring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Yeah, it's like the science.
Okay.
Audio is like the science. You know what I'm saying? And so.
First of all, that was funny. That was like when you in church and your grandma like.
He used to everybody up. I'm looking like, hold on, I'm busted. It was a naughty text.
Hey, I'm keeping that in too, because that show got. We all looked at each other and kept it going.
I'm like, I'm confused, but
then when you look
the science, I'm like, oh.
Well, yeah, I'm in school right now. I'm learning like live sound. I'm learning how to mix in like different studio settings, like live bands. You know what I'm saying? R&B, all the regular stuff.
Wait, you said mixing?
Yeah, like mixing and mastering.
So they teach you
audio engineering.
Yeah. So I didn't know that you were, working on, engineering. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Since this first semester, starting in.
Did you feel like you need to learn that because you kind of displaced yourself from your team? Because I mean, like, obviously, out of Endgame, you're the only one that's not necessarily in the immediate, in Illinois. So did you feel like you needed to learn those skills so that you could keep working and I have to just like, oh, let me send this to Ro when I get done. It was something that you could kind of do yourself.
It was really so I quit my job.
Hey,
but
that's real though.
But that wasn't really neither here nor there, because when I sent my stuff to Ro, you know what I'm saying, we hop on the FaceTime and we'll get it figured out. You know what I'm saying? He'll just keep sending me drafts. That's how hard that man be working. He just keep sending me drafts over and over until it's right.
Okay, because I've always kind of wanted to know, and I don't even know if I asked this in previous interviews, but how did AIM Gang really come about?
Yeah,
like, how did you guys come together and be like, we gonna form this alliance of raw motherfuckers?
I heard it was through like college. I may be wrong, but break that down for us.
I mean, shoot, I ain't really finished college. I went out there for a semester in Champaign.
And it be like that.
And then I started working, and it was over with for me. So, but I went out there. We was in me, Ro, and Sar. I'm gonna call him AJ. We call him AJ. Me, Ro, and AJ. Excuse me. Me, Ro, and AJ was a part of this organization called Word. Yeah.
Yep.
I know about Word because of SRU.
Yeah. Word. We was all a part of that organization. Ro was gone though. It was just me and AJ, and then he just came to me random one day. He was like, "What you think about forming this collective?" And then he came to me with AIM, and I was like, "Okay, bet." I was like, "But we gotta include Ro." You know what I'm saying? Because Ro was like
he the glue,
the 40 to my Drake. You know what I'm saying? So after that, we was grinding for a couple years, and then Shy actually, Shy is one of my best friends, but Shy was really one of the first people who I saw make music. It made me feel some type of way, like I want to get like that.
Because
he could sing like
raw. And
Shy Atkins?
Yes.
Thank you.
And I feel like y'all just recently added him to that.
We just recently added him.
So what took so long to add like Shy to that? Was it just he needed to get acclimated with everybody, or it was just like time?
We was all already cool.
So
I would say, in my personal opinion, just from knowing him, he just started taking them more serious.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? He just started taking them more serious. But yeah, Shy nice though.
He real nice.
He can replace
with
R. Kelly.
Okay.
He's king of R&B. No, he real nice with it. I would personally say I really like Shy Atkins, and I kind of like how he compliments you guys.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's one of my favorite things about AIM Gang is that I kind of see a lot of collectives, or I just see a lot of different artists. They'll send me music and things like that. But I like the way you guys each have your own individuality, but you complement each other so well. Whether it's a song with you and Asar, or you and Ro, or Asar and Ro, or Asar and Josi, or Asar and Ro, it complements each other so well. So I feel like you guys were the perfect people to just link up and be like, "Are we finna fuck some shit up?"
Definitely.
Yeah, I really feel like that.
And it's just natural because we homies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what makes things.
It makes it so much more genuine.
I couldn't explain it no other way to nobody. People be like, "Man, bro, how y'all be making so much good music?" I don't know. We just vibe off each other.
Now, speaking of relationships, you also have a great bond with Pat Banahan.
Yeah, Pat Banahan.
Pat Banahan has done several visuals for you, and I remember one visual he shot for you. It might as well say it went viral. It was on Twitter. You put it out. I don't remember the name of it, but you were sitting on a park bench. You was downtown.
You talking about the one "Say It Ain't So"?
Yep.
That was all focus. It was basically about interracial dating.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like reversed.
Yes.
Oh, what?
That was when I got to know who you were.
Yeah.
I peeped the track, posted it. And like I said,
it was
already going. It was already taking off.
Yeah, it was. I'm sorry, I'm just agreeing. I didn't really have much more to say. I was just agreeing.
How did you and Pat connect?
The internet.
The enter
of the net.
As much terrible stuff it is on the internet to save my life too. In the same right.
We gotta say that. We gotta say that drop.
Internet.
Y'all gotta remix it in there.
His face expression when he said it, nigga, you ain't gonna believe this.
But
bomb
Pat,
cuz.
Look, Pat can actually rap. That's the crazy thing.
Pat he used to rap before the videos came out.
I seen the video and I was like, bro, who shot this video? He was like, I shot it. You know, I was like, oh, yeah. And Say It Ain't So, that was the first video we ever shot together.
Yep. That's what I was going to say, too. Yep.
Okay, so didn't you do a video that was focused around, domestic violence? I can't think of the name of the song.
It was rape.
Yeah.
It was
they dropped
it was a mix.
a pill and a drink.
Yeah.
That was Shy.
That was who?
Yeah, that was Shy.
That was Shy.
Acting. That was Shy acting.
Shy, you bogus for that.
He was acting. Oh, he gonna kill me for this.
What song was that?
It was two songs. It was Wasting Time, and then the song that didn't come out called Foreplay.
Okay, because I really fucked with that video.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's something that happens so often, but it gets overlooked. And I love when artists kind of incorporate that into the concepts of their, into the concept of just their music and their videos and their visuals. So I just want to applaud you for that, honestly.
Appreciate it. I mean,
that was dope to me.
I mean, not to toot my old horn, but I feel like it was the right timing because it came before people started
giving the accusations
or
people,
caring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's
like,
and I specifically remember that when we did the interview for Swallow My Thoughts. I remember I brought that up in that interview because I'm like, that was dope, and it was almost like a short film.
Yeah.
It was really like a short film. It wasn't just like a music video. Like I sat there and watched the whole thing. Like I'm watching it in my brain right now. I can't really give too many details, but yeah, it was raw.
It was a dope video.
It was.
And Pat shot that as well.
Yeah, he shot that too.
Like y'all two together go crazy because he brings your visual to life, your visions to life.
Definitely. Yeah.
And the concepts you have, it touches you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
So that's how I actually got in tune with you, was from the visuals.
Right.
Now, let's briefly get into Bad Habits.
Bad Habits.
Your latest project, Bad Habits. Mm-hmm. Man, how did that come about?
That project came about with Gold Haze. Actually, that was probably one of the first projects where I as soon as I did the music, it was coming out right after that. Because like I said, Closure, I recorded that in 2017. That's not about to come out until this year, this month. See what I'm saying?
The song we just played?
The song we just played is not out.
Word?
It hasn't dropped.
Exclusive. Fuck you talking about.
Yeah, but all of those records were recorded last year. The first song ever recorded was Bad Habits. It was named different. It was Bad Reputation. That was the name of it. And then I just Gold Haze kept on sending me records.
What made you change it from Bad Reputation to Bad Habits?
To Bad Habits. Honestly, I was listening to the Rez Deshaun Hardaway. He was like, bad habits. And I just changed it.
I know that song.
Okay. I listened to Hardaway. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He said that. And I was like, that's cool. And it was shorter.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, it got more of
marketing wise.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
It rolls off the tongue a little bit better.
It does. And it's easier to type.
Facts. Yeah.
So I got so like, what was it like? Well, I feel like a lot of artists now, they don't necessarily go to just one producer for the whole project. So did it make it easier to produce the whole project with Gold Haze?
Oh, it was, well, for me personally, it was easier because I've been doing that for the past 3 projects. If you paid attention, One in the Same came out before that. I think it was mostly produced by Rockmore, but like 1 or 2 tracks was Ro and one other producer. Before that, Focus was entirely produced by Ro.
Do you feel like that's better to go that way? Like when it comes to a project, do you feel like it's better to like specifically work with one producer for a specific project?
It's a mood thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you going for like just like pure just sound, yeah. You see what I'm saying? But like I got a big project that I've been working on for years. It's called Nobody. You know what I'm saying? But
Nobody knows Josi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Called it.
Okay.
Y'all crazy.
Got it. Keep it.
Y'all crazy. But I'm going to grab all the producers I've been working with. You know what I'm saying? And Roach is gonna tune it up. You know what I'm saying?
So a lot of artists normally go like few steps in, like from beginning to end with their development in the music industry. But you seem to hold like the project you recorded in 2017 that you're not releasing until this year. Like it's normally to see the development with that. You know what I mean? Where does the learning process kick in for you to be like, okay, I'm going to do this like this. I'm going to hold this project for 2 years, but I'm going to release everything else right now. Like, where does that come in at? What's the influence behind that?
To me, it's like I hear people drop records. I don't want to say they dropped them before they were meant to come out, but I think the song is bigger than their buzz.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So, to me, I felt like stuff off like Closure. Me and Ro, we've been wanting to drop a project together, but Ro hadn't really dropped no music. He was just known. He was known as a producer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he wasn't dropping music.
Like under that.
So he had to
Ro
put
out.
himself. Yeah, exactly. So he had to put himself out there. I'm already out there. You know what I'm saying? People know who I am for the most part. Now he out there. Now we can come collectively and drop this project.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So that was. But as far as like myself, yeah, like I hold music that I feel like could chart.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Wow.
and then it's like
That's a very powerful statement. I'm sorry, keep talking.
and then
That just
and then it's
resonated
like
with me.
over time, like I hear the record and I'll be like, oh, I sounded kind of young on this record. I'll re-record it. I'll bring it up to date.
So when you re-record, do you change anything about it, or is it the same?
It's the voice.
Yep.
My voice gonna develop over time. If you listen to my older stuff,
You do
I
sound.
sound like a lot younger.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's very
Like,
true. You do.
So
Okay.
you'll re-record it with your new voice.
But it'll
so
be
it
the
still
same
have that
thing.
fresh,
Yeah, exactly.
freshness to it. People
That's
do-
wow. That's really
smart.
smart.
That's
That's
smart.
so smart.
That's super
For
smart.
a lot of artists that's sitting on music.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Think
you,
about,
Josie. You might be on the song.
J. Cole, Lights Please.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
re-recorded. For the it shouldn't have made it to the album. I don't care if you hear this. It shouldn't have made it to the album.
I love
But
Lights Please though.
I love it
too.
too. But it
Lights,
shouldn't have made it
Please.
because
It
it was
should've
it was on the warm up.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was a very old album. I mean,
Yeah, old.
Song great though. Song
But I
great.
love-
I remember them
love
days
Lights,
walking to the
Please.
train listening to
Hey,
the
had it in my
Lights, you know,
earbuds
Friday
on
night
my way
lights
to
and all
work.
that,
You
man.
feel me?
That was-
Okay.
J.
Yeah.
Cole was one of the reasons. Like that whole 2010 era. That was why I started like taking rap super serious.
So who are some of your musical influences, like from that era, or just in general?
I'm just saying in general. J. Cole, like Wale, more about nothing.
I
Wale.
love Wale because that poet in him.
He
just,
slept on, bro.
Woo!
He's
He has-
underrated. He's very underrated.
He's
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
underrated. A lot of people sleep on Wale, and I just don't understand why, and I'd be really offended for him. But continue.
His social media, but
yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Erykah Badu, Lupe Fiasco was my favorite rapper. Like I don't think nobody on this world can rap better than him. That's my personal opinion.
Hey,
But Lupe
shout
Fiasco,
out, stand
first and the
up.
fifth. 15th.
Right. Yeah.
And facts,
West
and then Music Soul Child. That's
Ooh.
Girl, don't you know?
So
that's my
you
favorite.
know what?
singer,
Let-
male
let's-
singer.
So
Let's get into-
you saying, hold on. You saying that means your music has a deep message into it, like a little medicine into it, just like theirs. 'Cause I know
Yeah.
Erykah Badu has a deep message in her music. So do Lupe, J. Cole.
Yeah.
You dope.
So wait, hold on. I
Appreciate
gotta before we get into comeback. What message are you trying to deliver to your fans and just the audience in general?
Overall, I mean, spread love. God is love, always.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like back to what you were saying deep message. To me personally, I rap in a lot of double entendres.
Yep.
So like most of the stuff that I say, sometimes it may sound simple, but when you go back and listen to it, it really got a double meaning to it. So
Okay.
yeah.
See, look.
Okay, well, let's get into this comeback. I
Don't
just have
choke on
some-
that ice. Hey, cuz, go. Leave,
Hey,
man.
I have some issue teas over here.
All right. Clearly.
You
So-
be HT
Y'all
when
was
you
talking
turn
a
to a
new word.
casualty.
Yeah, issue teas.
Entities. I'm gonna start saying that.
To a casualty.
I'm dead.
So
Play the song, bro.
we got comeback. Briefly break down comeback before we get into it, and we gonna come back and get your shout outs in your social media.
Comeback is the number one record on
Can you
on
talk
Bad
about
Habits.
the skit on Comeback?
Let's get on comeback.
Yes.
Oh, that's my fiance. She's so country at the beginning.
Okay, when I heard it, I'm like,
That's my
who is
fiance.
this? I love just the idea of that. Like, why? Okay, so what makes artists put skit on their project, or what makes you put skits on your project? Because a lot of people won't do that to be straight songs. Like, what makes you want to include a skit? Like, I need to do a skit at the beginning of this, or is it something that happens more naturally?
Sometimes, well, most times I hear the skit before I even hear the music. Like I hear the skit like on Closure, when y'all finally hear Closure, it's Love Jones.
Oh, that's my
See what I'm
favorite
saying?
movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it was just a feeling thing, but I recorded Comeback, and I was like, "This the first song. I want to make some type of statement or something." So she just came on there talking crazy.
Talking crazy
Yeah.
about it. I want to be
But
my
yeah.
friend.
I heard
don't need
that.
no
I
friends.
need, yeah, I know. I heard.
I don't know about her, but hey, I like that. I like that. Like to start it off, it catches
Yeah.
my attention.
She
Like
got that country
True.
girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can tell she from the hood.
Man, now let the people know where they can get in tune with you and the upcoming. Well, you announced the project,
Right.
so re-announce it and
Alright.
let them know where they can follow you on your social media and things. Oh yeah, your shout outs too.
I They can follow me everywhere at Nobody Knows Josi, Josi. Nobody Knows Josi. I'm about to drop this project this month. It's called Closure. Me and Roma, we finna go crazy.
Ro got my favorite song out right now.
What's that?
They don't want to see me with the crew.
That boy go crazy.
You know what?
Y'all gotta play that.
That's
Gotta play that.
Hey, Shawty, look, when I'm in the club, when I'm leaving the club, look, Shawty, I don't want to see you with the crew.
But yeah, shout out the whole AIM gang. Shout out Shot Atkins. Shout out Ro. Shout out Asar. Shout out Pat Benahan. Shout out Gold Hayes. Shout out 25th Hour. Shout out the whole Sue. 146, 147. Shout out the whole city.
Look. Man, bro, you told me you was in town. I'm like, oh shit, bet.
So wait, I got a question for Josi. So, it's the top of 2019. You just told us you about to drop a project, but what else should we expect from Josi this year? Just as an artist, what should we expect? What's something you living by this year? What's like your 2019 mantra?
What's
Why
my
you look
Because I had to look at the camera.
She gonna look and smile.
That was her camera looking moment.
What's my 2019?
Yeah.
What's that future? We trying to make motherfucking hits. That's what I'm on this whole year. For real though, like I'm finna just be dropping projects, like small projects this whole year. This first month, January, dropping Closure. Next month, dropping this project called Dark by Night. Shout out Joel Q.
Shout out Joel Q.
Shout out the homie.
Shout out to the
And
guy.
Danye, because he just shot that video.
Hey,
today.
shout out Danye, because he just shot Lil Blessing video, too. He
sure
raw.
did.
He
He
raw
sure
with
did.
the
Yeah.
shit.
He
Shout
nice.
out Danye.
I think it's a classic. It's called That's Life. So, yeah, that's what I got coming, man.
I hear that, man.
bet.
Hey, shout out to you.
Right.
Appreciate
For
it.
coming
For,
in and rocking
coming
with us.
through.
Oh,
For
I got
flying.
one more
For
question.
flying
I got one more
in.
question. So I
Yeah.
noticed that whenever you shoot videos, you do like to come to Chicago. So, like, do you do that as preference, or do you just not fuck with Houston niggas on the video tip? Not even trying to be like that, but I noticed that when you come to Chicago, you seem to shoot a video every time you here.
You gotta
Yeah,
rock with
yeah.
those that you've been rocking with,
Yeah, for the most part, it really just been like, a loyalty thing, and then just that thing of I'm probably gonna have the chance of getting the skyline in my video.
Right.
Like,
True.
it's just like
I feel you.
I love shooting videos at home, but I got people that I rock with in Houston that I'm gonna get in tune with. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my own channel going. Any artist that's listening, me personally, I would tell you to get your own YouTube channel going and monetize that boy.
Stop running the world
And
star,
monetize that boy. Yeah.
Yep.
Real
Or stop
I
running
mean-
to these big. Well,
Yeah.
not to say
I mean,
don't work
don't-
with
yeah,
them.
exactly.
No, not to say
Exactly.
don't work with them, but
But
put that shit
build
on
yours.
YouTube
Yeah,
too.
build
yeah.
yours up. Like,
Yeah, people call it, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, I can't wait for
mailbox money,
Josi
but it
Green
add up.
Vivo 2020 or something.
Facts.
on the real, like,
That
I'm gonna tell you, like, that's
So
why I
right,
went,
2019, if that's how it happened,
Man,
then
that's why I went and got my
For real,
Vivo
for real.
early. I'm like,
what
I
is
feel you.
VEVO exactly?
Vivo is pretty much, it's an alternate to YouTube that actually, it helps the artists as far as revenue, monetization. YouTube specializes in that. They have more premium ads and things of that nature, which helps artists out. And yeah, you pretty much, I'm finna give some free game right quick. You get paid more using VEVO than YouTube. Even though VEVO is part of YouTube, it's partnered with YouTube.
It's just like a
but
different
you get-
avenue to go through.
You get a different ad percentage with VEVO.
Your money comes in a
Exactly,
large
exactly.
amount.
And it's just more professional too. It's a more professional platform. VEVO has more regulations and restrictions on how they want your video to look on their platform. So it's just more of a professional platform.
So it's something within YouTube. Because, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I always noticed that, like, VEVO was a thing, but I never knew, like, where it came from or what exactly that it was. But I'm glad you just broke that down.
Yeah, so yeah.
I'm finna get a VEVO and put 2 pretty pennies on it.
I mean,
You
I
should,
think
you
you
should,
could now.
you
I think
Facts.
VEVO do allow more than just musicians on their platform. Before it was just artists, music only. But I believe they have opened more avenues to creators, like content creators. So
That's super dope.
I mean, with that being said, shout out to everybody that tuned in and heard my homie Josi
Shout out
Green.
to Josie.
Joe.
Shout out to Josie Green for coming through.